Sanibona, ngaphambi singene kwivideo namuhla, ngithi angithathe lethuba ngibonge i-support nothando enikhombise lona lingaphezu kokucabanga kwethu. Siyacela niqhubeke nisupporte njalo ngokubuka amavideo ethu, ungakhohlwa ukukhomenta, ushare, ulike. Siyafisa ukuzwa umbono wakho. Sicela ke singene kwivideo namuhla.
Thank you, Chair. I just want to make a comment. Where I come from, they say silence means consent. I just want to place on record that I don't agree with the sentiments of Ms. Langner on the issue of illegal foreigners. You made a comment. I think you could have it would have been safer to end where you say the law does not preclude them, does not say they must not be covered. But when you make a comment that because they take public transport and the levies for RAF come from that space, they have a right, I have an issue with that statement that you made. Because you are speaking about criminals here, to start with. If you are an illegal foreigner, you are a criminal. You are in a country illegally, you have already breached the law. So now because you are in and you take a taxi, now you have an entitlement. I don't think that is fair, but currently in law, they are allowed to claim. I accept that. And it's a matter that we must deal with as legislatures. But I don't accept that justification. And I just wanted to place that on record, that criminals are criminals. They are illegal. We can't then say you have an entitlement in this country. You should actually be arrested in the taxi where you are. Because you are here without proper documentation. Thank you, Chair. I wanted to just make that comment.
Lolu daba olukhulunywa ele member yi-MK Party mayelana ne-Road Accident Fund ukuthi umuntu oyi-illegal foreigner noma illegal immigrant uyakwazi ukuclaima kwi-Road Accident Fund uma kwenzekile wabandakanyeka engozini yemoto. Sesike sakhuluma ngalo kule channel salichaza nanokuthi kune-bill abazoyipropose yokuphikisa wona lo mthetho. Asazi ke lokho kuyoba kwiParliament, kodwa ngikubone kubalekile ukuthi sikhulume ngalolu daba ngoba enyangeni ezedlule former president weCountry, president womkhonto wesizwe Party uJacob Zuma Ghana, if I'm not mistaken, wakhuluma khona kulelazwe baze bathi Africa kufanele ibe indawo eyodwa. Ngikulama viki aphelele uthe eseBurkina Faso waphinde futhi wayigcizelela lo daba leyo. Ngizengathi mina uma ngikhuluma ngathi kusafuneka sike sifundisane umlando. Sithola ukuthi afakwa nini lamabhoda, efakwa ngobani, inhloso yabo kwakuyini. Ngize ngasho njalo uma sikhuluma ludaba. Kwaba khona impikiswane eningi ebekhona phakathi kwethu. Kodwa kufanele manje sehlukaniseleke ukuthi umkhonto wesizwe Party umiphi wona makuzodabeni lama illegal immigrants. Siyeza ukuthi amabhoda funeka asuke eAfrica ibe indawo eyodwa, kodwa nanti udaba esibhekene nalo manje. Uthini umkhonto wesizwe Party mayelana nalolu daba? Ngoba inkinga le esiphila nayo nsuku zonke ikaThixo. Ngaphambi ngicaphunela ivideo yemember enye yomkhonto wesizwe Party, ngizoqala ngikucaphunela into enzo Dr. Nasiphi Moyo. Ngimkhonzile ke lo sisi kakhulu. Ngamkhonzile futhi into enza lokho imisebenzi yakhe. Nabo balwa sona lesihlava sama illegal immigrants noma abantu abangenela kulezwe lethu ngokungekho semthethweni nayo imvume yokuba kulelizwe. Kodwa kufike kube ebhlungu kuyo yonke lento ukuthi abantu base South Africa bayingxenye yenkinga. Inkinga yikho kulabantu abangama illegal immigrants kuphela. Abantu abayinkinga abantu bala eSouth Africa yiba abayinkinga. Sizokhumbula ukuthi emveni kokuba kwavela lento yokuthi kube khona ukudla okwakunama poison kwagcina kushona ezinye izingane, kwabe sekuphuma umthetho ukuthi izitolo aziregister. Lokho okwenza ukuthi izitolo ke noma ama tuck shop engabe sa-ownwa abantu bangaphandle, funa ownwa abantu bala eSouth Africa. Siyakhumbula ukuthi umuntu obeyimele nalonto eParliament nala athola khona ithuba lokukhuluma bekuvuyo Zungula, noma abanye bebeyikhuluma kodwa uyena belokho eyigcizelela ukuthi izitolo fanele zi-ownwe abantu bala eSouth Africa. Le video engizokukhombisa yona manje, ishop ibhaliswe ngomuntu wala eSouth Africa, kodwa erana umuntu ongenwa la eSouth Africa. Ngicela ubone la.
Owner Ishmael.
Where's the ECIDP certificate?
Let me ask him. But then tell me, where are your
All the
plans?
papers of the business, where are they? Bring them here.
You know what we want?
Zoning certificate. Okay. Okay.
First,
And then there's yours.
and these are the people who are in train.
Njengoba sihlezi sisho, abukho nobubodwa ubugebengu obungenzeka eSouth Africa uma abantu base-South Africa bengesiyingxenye yabo. Yingakho-ke uDr Nasiphi Moya nethimba lakhe bethatha isinqumo sokuthi bethi abaphume manje baye kubantu bayozibheka lezi zinto ukuthi ziyenzeka na. Vele-ke yena siyazi ukuthi umuntu ongazwani nokuhlala e-ofisini ufuna ukuhlala ephambi kwabantu. Yingakho ethi kwamthusa ukubona ukuthi kanti lesikhundla simenza azibone sengathi umuntu obalekile ngoba abantu mabembona bayamthakasela bafuna ukumtshela inkinga zabo. Kodwa into eyenza lokho abayijwayele lento ukuthi bake babonane nemeya kanje. Uthi angishongo kahle, asiyijwayele lento yokuhlangana nemeya. Sengiyazi manje ukuthi imeya yaseKuruleni uXhakaza angikaze ngambona, akaze kwaba khona nemeeting eyodwa. Akaze futhi ngambona ehambela umphakathi. Uzoqala uhambela umphakathi ngoba kuzama local government elections. Sizomlindela. Lokho kwenziwa uDr Nasiphi Moya kanye nethimba lakhe. Kuyisibonelo kubo bonke abantu abaphethe abasukume benze sure ukuthi amashop ayacomply ayawulandela umthetho ukuze nale goal yabo abantu bafuna ukuyifeza yenzeke yokuthi ama-spaza shop a-ownwe abantu base-South Africa. Lokho kokwenzeka ukuthi bona basukume ba-enforce umthetho. Into efika ibe buhlungu nje kulo lonke lento le ukuthi amaphoyisa okuyiwona afuneka enforce umthetho yiwona athatha ibribe. Nansi-ke into efika ibe buhlungu. Abayazi lamaSomali ukuthi uma beyothenga udrink khona wamahala wamaphoyisa. Amaphoyisa mayifuna udrink afika nje shop yamaSomali athatha udrink. Bese ulindele ukuthi lawo maphoyisa lawo azobabopha lawo bantu. Lawo maphoyisa azo-check ukuthi itifiketi zabo ze-right. Lawo maphoyisa azo-check ukuthi kwenzakalani. Ngeke. Asidluleke kulolu daba lwesibili le-member womkhonto wesizwe party. Sizwe ukuthi umkhonto wesizwe party umiphi wona mayelana nalolu daba.
Speaker.
Thank you, Speaker.
The crisis of illegal immigration and its strain on South Africa's social security system. Honorable Speaker and honorable members, more than before, this is the first time as a member from Umkhonto weSizwe Party and the representative of the people of South Africa to stand and echo the words echoed by the South Africans on the matter that has reached a crisis level in our country. The persistent challenges of illegal immigration is not just a violation of the Constitution, but it is also a strain on the budget of our social and security cluster, such as the Department of Health, Home Affairs, and the Correctional Services, and other related services. South African Constitution, which is the democracy that we value as that values human dignity, equality, and freedom. Yet these values are being tested by a crisis that threatens our sovereignty and drains our limited fiscal resources. Our borders are porous, our system is overstretched, and our laws, consistently enforced, do not ever get enforced. What is mostly saddening is that the GNU even seems to support illegal immigration. A government that fails to protect its citizens is a government that shows that it has betrayed its own people. Therefore, she cannot be trusted. One wonders, why is South Africa not treating illegal immigration as a statutory crime? Anywhere in the world, as a South African, you are expected to abide by the laws of the host country as a foreigner. Yet, here at home, we fail to enforce the same standards. The rule and the double standards. In South Africa, committing a crime is punishable by law. Theft, fraud, and corruption all attract legal consequences as they should. But when it comes to illegal immigration, the same clarity of accountability seems to vanish when someone crosses our border unlawfully, falsifies their documents, or overstays a visa without reporting. That person is breaking our laws. In any other country, such an acts are treated as criminal offenses. If I were to enter any nation without valid documents, Speaker, whether in Europe, Asia, or our neighboring African states, I will be arrested, I will be deported, and I will be barred from re-entry. In South Africa, repeated offenders are allowed to come and go as they please, exploiting the system with limited to no consequences. The inconsistency undermines our rule of law and weakens our national authority. We cannot expect citizens to respect laws that even the state fails to enforce. Sovereignty means that a country has the right and the duty to determine who may enter and remain within its borders. On the question of fiscal and institutional strain, the consequences of weak immigration control are not abstract. They are felt daily in our hospitals, in our prisons, and in our government departments. The Department of Health bears one of the heaviest burdens. In border provinces like Limpopo, Mpumalanga, hospitals are overwhelmed by undocumented foreign nationals seeking free medical care, while humanitarian principles demand emergency assistance. The scale of the strain is unsustainable. South African taxpayers fund this service, yet the citizens often face long queues, medicinal shortages, and reduced quality of care. In correctional services, a growing number of inmates are foreign nationals, many of whom entered illegally before committing crimes on our soil. Housing and feeding each inmate cost the state thousands of rands monthly, and this expenditure diverts resources from rehabilitation and infrastructure while our prisons remained overcrowded and underfunded. The Department of Home Affairs, meant to safeguard our borders, has become both gatekeepers and weak link. Corruption, fraudulent documentation, and administrative backlogs have rendered the asylum system dysfunctional. Many economic migrants falsely claim asylum, knowing that the deportation is slow and enforcement minimal. This abuse of process undermines genuine refugees and turns our immigration framework into a revolving door. On government's role, Speaker, while others argue that taking a tough stance on illegal migration contradicts our humanitarian commitment, but compassion cannot replace responsibility. South Africa has one of the most progressive asylum frameworks on the continent. We have also provided refuge to those fleeing conflict or persecution. But today, a reality is different. Many entering illegally are not escaping war. They are exploiting weak controls and porous borders for economic gain. What is also saddening is that organizations such as the South African Human Rights Commission always take the position of illegal immigration at the expense of South Africans. This raises the question as to whose interest are they saving, if not the rights of South Africans? Criminal syndicates have even found opportunity in this disorder, trafficking people and forging documents and operating home affairs during the hours of the night. Our open door policy, once a symbol of solidarity, has become a magnet of lawbreakers who know there will be no consequences. Necessary reforms are needed. Illegal immigration must be recognized and prosecuted as a statutory offense. Entry without documentation or overstaying visas should carry penalties and swift deportation as in every other sovereign state. The Border Management Authority must be empowered with proper technology, personnel, and coordination to secure our entry points. Home Affairs must undergo urgent modernization, digitization records, integrating biometric system, and eradicating corruption. We must also review our international agreements to ensure neighboring countries take responsibility for their citizens. Cooperation and accountability must replace denial and neglect. In conclusion, Speaker, to conclude, the illegal immigration crisis is not just an immigration issue, it is a national security threat and a fiscal emergency. It drains our health system, clogs our prisons, and weakens the integrity of our state institutions. We cannot allow South Africans to become a playground for repeated offenders and lawbreakers who exploit our hospitality while our citizens suffer unemployment, poverty, and inequality. As MKP, while we believe in extending a hand and courtesy to other countries, but we stand on our stance that it must be through proper legal processes. Immigration must be done through efforts that do not compromise state security and disadvantage our people. The rule of law must be upheld without fear or favor. Illegal immigration is a violation of law, and those who engage in it must face consequences. We must protect our borders and safeguard our resources and reaffirm that South Africa's compassion does not equal to weakness. Let us act now firmly to restore the integrity of our immigration system and the dignity of our nation. I thank you, and Gwaza Mkhonto Gwaza.
Sizwile ukuthi MK Party imiphi kulolu daba lama illegal immigrants. Ngoba ngiyacabanga ukuthi yona besingazi ukuthi imiphi. Lolu daba ke belikhulunywe eParliament. Kodwa nje ngithe angingenzi ivideo ezokhuluma ngalo. Uze ukuthi athina amanye ama-political parties. Ngizowacaphuna wona mhlawumbe thuba mangilitholini kwenye ivideo. Kodwa kulokhu bengifisa ukuveza uhlangothi le-MK Party ngoba iyona nje bengakaze yaphumela obala. Ukuthi ithini yona ngalolu daba lama illegal immigrants. Siyazi ukuthi njengoba besupporta lento leyo iBorderless Africa, kukhona la ezogcina kuthiwa khona MK Party supporta lento ukuthi akungabi namaborder la eAfrica. So ngaleso sizathu iAfrica funa ibe yinye, iyayisupporta lento ukuthi kusuka abantu lebangangeni la ngokungekho semthethweni. Kodwa ke sebekuhlukanisile ukuthi noma beyisupporta indaba ye-Borderless Africa, kodwa umuntu oyi-illegal immigrant uphule umthetho, leso senzo sakhe siwubugebengu, kufanele ajeze, kufanele kuqine umthetho. Lokho abakushoyo le ye-Borderless iyobuya ikhulunywa ngelinye ilanga. Noma mina ngokwami ukubona, noma bengangawasusa ama-border, kodwa Africa when it comes to trading kusuka ama-custom. Uma ususa into la uyise eMozambique ungakhokhi imali ukuze iAfrica izokwazi ukutrade yodwa, itrade free, ikwazi ukutrade yodwa free, kungabikho ama-custom in between. Nayo ke into engayijabulela angathiwa igcina yenzakele. Kudala beyipreacher ke ukuthi ifuna kube khona i-free Africa trading, kufuneka ibe khona ukuze kungeze ukukhokha ama-custom. Lokho kuzokwenza ukuthi iSouth Africa ikwazi ukuhebelana namazwe ase-Africa. Shuthi noma ngathiwa ke akhona ama-border, kodwa when it comes to trading iSouth Africa ikwazi ukususa into la iyoyithengisa eMozambique, eZambia, ingakhokhi ama-custom in between, kube free nje. Mangase baphasise lo mthetho, ngingewona mthetho engawujabulela kakhulu ngoba ungavula amathuba amaningi omsebenzi. Angiyibambe le video, ngicela ukuze ukuphola kwakho la comment section. Ngalokho mina nawe sidibane kwivideo elandelayo. Ngiyabonga kakhulu.